I think there are a number of challenges that startups are facing in our region, and honestly, it's not all that different from other startup regions. When you get out and talk to people in Silicon Valley, we were up in Boston a few times in March. One of the key things that I hear from startups here, that again I hear in other regions, is talent. Finding really strong software developer talent that's reasonably priced, and I think that startups who do well are creative in how they go about finding that talent. They'll often share developers across startups. I think that's one approach that makes a lot of sense. Finding people when they're in college and giving them an internship during the summer. What a great opportunity to start grooming your future workforce. And finding someone who's really eager to learn the language that you're coding in and what you're up to, what kind of company you're trying to build. The other is visibility. The downside to having a lot of startups here is that it's hard to kind of get through the noise of startup activity in the triangle, and I think that startups who are clever and intentional and smart about how they go about telling their story will do well to attract that talent, and also funding, which is the other piece that I think is a challenge locally. We've got some pieces in place at the early stage level for company funding when you're trying to raise a $100,000 seed round. But for startups that get to $1 million or $2 million that want to raise money, that need to raise $1 million or $2 million, I routinely hear from them that it's becoming more and more difficult to find that money entirely locally, and that maybe isn't necessarily a bad thing, but that is a challenge that we face. My hope is that as we build the density of startups in Durham and in the Triangle, that equation will start to tip. It is a bit of a chicken and an egg, but I think eventually you get to a point where you have enough startups and you have enough success and there are enough talented people here that investors from outside the region and investors here, people who have money that want to put to work, would see Durham and the Triangle as a great place to do that.